Hi, brother teacher here. Are you striving towards your goals today? Have you given it any effort? Have you put any real asserted effort into your goals? Those things that you say that you are aspiring to? Have you achieved anything? Have you gained any ground? Well, if you have not, or you have not gained much ground, you need to really question who you are. Stop talking about what you want in life. Stop talking about what you plan on doing and what you will become. Because talk is cheap. I'm sure you've heard that expression before, that old cliche. It's not what you aspire to in your heart, or the fact that you have some dreams and or passions. But what about the work? There is a reason why some people are very successful and others are not. It is. Not because some boat came in and brought you this cargo load of money or cash, but because those people asserted themselves. Now, it's one thing to win the lottery, which you didn't really put any work. Everyone has a story to tell. Everyone has something that they claim that they want to do and achieve in life. But the determining factor is always going to be, how bad do you want it, first of all? And what are you willing to sacrifice to get where you want to be and what you want to be in this life? The sad part is that there is a significant amount of people in this world that are lazy, procrastinators. And when you look at someone who has achieved a certain station in life, as it were, and you compare that person to you who has not done that thing, what's the real difference? And I began to say a moment ago, people who win the lottery, they didn't put any work in. All they did was buy some tickets. That's not true success. People who were born into money, that's not success either. And people who have somebody walk up to them for whatever reason, and this has happened, and it might be minuscule, but someone just bestows a great deal of wealth on you. That happens too. And what about people who sort of accidentally becomes successful on the internet because they have a lot of followers? They're putting out a whole lot of content, and most of the time it's smut. It's things that's deplorable, things that are inhumane, things that are sexually explicit, and they get millions of views and they make money off of promoting garbage. For the most part, you can do that. It has happened. But that's not real success. Real and true success is when you, the individual, man, woman, and even child, has put in some real tedious work, mentally and maybe even physically, burning the midnight oil, we call it, and then you yield a result of what you put in. Note what I said, you yield a result from the work that you put in. That's worth applause. But when you do nothing or very little, and you expect to have the same results that someone who is truly putting the work in, who is successful, you're lying to yourself, and you won't last very long. And the quality and the value of what you have received is going to be diminished greatly because you don't have the right elements. A willing mind, the intestinal fortitude or courage to do it, the intestinal fortitude or courage to still pursue your passion, your dream, regardless of the adversity you might experience, regardless of the stumbling blocks, regardless of people and their opinions, regardless of people telling you that you'll never make it and that you can't do it, and asking you, why are you trying to do that? That's too hard. These are haters, and it can be family as well. They don't want you to be successful, because anytime you leave the common people in search of success, in search of bettering yourself as a human being, when you leave them, you're no longer amongst those ranks anymore of commoners, mediocre people. They don't like to see you leave, because then you're not like them anymore, and you have, in a sense, disassociated yourself with them. But isn't success worth this? So why should you have to be average? Why should you have to be normal? Why should you have to be mediocre when you can be great? I'm just asking. So, regardless of what the endeavor is, pursuing a career, trying to make your health as best as you possibly can and not be obese, overweight, riddled with diabetes and all kinds of diseases that you cause yourself because of your lifestyle choices, because you just are reckless in how you take care of yourself. Anytime that you are reaching for greatness in any aspect of your life, there's always someone standing in the corridors looking at you, hoping that you fall, hoping that you fail. But you know what? This is what separates you from them. Purpose. We all came into this world a blank sheet of paper. We have to write our own program. But if you really stop, take a deep breath and say, I have purpose. I want to be better than what I am. I want to be a better version of me than I have ever been. Then you must indeed embrace that and say, I have to be used sometimes to being alone, even if it means I lose so-called friends and associates and maybe even family. Not that I'm hating on them, not that I look down upon them, but I look up on myself for wanting to be better than I used to be. Think about this. I'm going to say this to you. Talk is cheap. It really is. Anyone can say what they want to be, say what they're going to do, say what they plan to do, but none of that means anything if you haven't taken the first step. Much success to you. This is Brother Teacher.